As we start here, I'm going to read to you our text for the week, which comes from a science textbook that we had in the classroom we were going to use, but we're not able to since we're not there right now. But we have made copies of the book, and we're going to read this, this text called Learn About Minerals and Rocks. So like I usually do, I will read this to you if you'd like to listen to me reading. But if not, you can skip ahead to page 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And on page 15, you can read on your own and highlight the text. So learn about minerals and rocks. I'm excited about this because I know that last week my favorite part of the week was when you got to do your rock hunt and I got to see all of your cool rocks. And I'm hoping that maybe as we do this text this week, you can show me more of these really cool minerals you might have around your house and look at these cool stones. So first we're going to find out what minerals are and how they are used. We're going to find out what is under the surface of the earth. And then we've got 5 vocabulary words we've seen before, but we're going to revisit. Those words are mineral, rock, crust, mantle, and core. Minerals and rocks. What minerals are? If an object is a solid, was formed in nature, and has never been alive, it's likely to be a mineral. And then in parentheses here, you can see that it says mineral. It tells you how to pronounce it just in case you didn't know that word. Mineral. And since those since these first letters are in capital, it means that's where the emphasis lies. So it's not mineral, it's mineral. There are many kinds of minerals. No two are exactly alike. For example, gold is metallic and shiny. Graphite is dark and dull. Graphite is what you have in a pencil. Diamonds are hard enough to cut steel. Chalk is so soft that you can write with it. In the investigation, you saw that hardness is one property of minerals. Other properties of minerals are color and shape, amongst other things. Remember our table from last week? Almost all minerals can be identified by their properties. So as a check, it wants us to name 3 properties of minerals. Down below, we can see here that it says that diamond is the hardest mineral. Corundum, the second hardest mineral, may be many colors. This sapphire is a corundum. It has a beautiful deep blue color. I love sapphires. This ruby shown here is a red corundum. Quartz is a common mineral. It is almost as hard as a diamond. And finally here, an emerald is a mineral called beryl. Beryl? I'm going to look that up. Beryl. It is among the most valuable minerals. How minerals are used. You use a mineral whenever you pick up a glass or put salt on your food. You use a mineral when you write with a pencil. The lead in the pencil is the mineral graphite. I told you that. I should have said spoiler alert. Your body needs small amounts of minerals such as iron and zinc to stay healthy. You get these minerals from the foods you eat. Minerals are in many of the things around you. For example, iron comes from the mineral hematite. Iron is used to make steel for airplanes, buildings, and washing machines. Minerals such as gold and diamond are used to make jewelry. The pennies in your pocket contain copper. Copper comes from minerals too. And then down below it says think about or name 3 ways that minerals are used. Right here we can see that it says aluminum comes from the mineral bauxite, I think is how you pronounce that. Aluminum is molded into many products, such as baseball bats, cooking pots, and airplanes, as well as just the simple aluminum foil that we use in the kitchen, right? Down here it says that gold is a soft mineral. It can be pressed into very thin sheets called gold leaf. The top of this building is covered with gold leaf. And finally below it says that the mineral quartz is used to make glass. The sand grains, or these sand grains, are tiny pieces of quartz. So don't forget that when we think of rocks and minerals, we think of the bigger rocks we can see, but also sand is made up of very, very small pieces of minerals. So then, changing from minerals to rocks, what rocks are? The earth is made mostly of rocks. A rock is made of minerals. Some rocks are made of just one mineral. Other rocks are made of many minerals. If you could cut the earth open, you would see 3 different layers of rocks. At the surface of the earth is the solid outside layer called the crust. The crust is the part of the earth you have seen. So that's what we walk on, that's what we live on, is the crust. The crust sits on the mantle, the middle layer. The mantle is so hot that some of the rocks have nearly melted. They are soft like taffy, like a Laffy Taffy. Below the mantle, at the center of the earth, is the core. It is even hotter than the mantle. The core is made of iron. The outer part of the core is so hot that it is liquid. The inner part of the core is much hotter than the mantle, but it is solid. Because the weight of the whole planet presses in on the core, the inner part stays solid. So it says, name 3 layers of the earth. You can see those in those bolded words up above. So in this textbook, what's kind of cool is that, for example, right here, this question is in bold. You can see that it is blacker than the other text, but the most important vocabulary words that we're going to see here are also highlighted in yellow for us. So that really helps us see those bolded words and know that they're very important. So when you're doing your work on page 4 for the text characteristics, know that when it says a bolded word, it's also highlighted for you in this textbook, which is lucky. It makes it easier for you to find. Okay, continuing on. The inside story, so it's going to give us more of a scoop here. Layers of earth. The crust is a thin outer layer. The rocks here are solid. The mantle is a thick layer of hot rock. Some of the rock is so hot that it is soft, but it's not liquid. The core is the center of the earth. It is made of very-hot-iron. Part of it is liquid and part of it is solid. Remember, the innermost is solid because of the pressure, but the outside of the core is liquid. At the end of our chapter in our textbook, we have a summary. So here in the summary, it says, the summary of the most important things you need to know is that a mineral is a solid natural material that has never been alive. Rocks are made of minerals. The earth has 3 layers. These are all the most important parts of the chapter. So if you don't understand one of those sentences, then you can go back and look at the section. So let's think of this again. A mineral is a solid natural material that has never been alive. Rocks are made of minerals. The earth has 3 layers. So then as a review, we'll go over these together tomorrow during our reading lesson. It says, what is a mineral? List 3 uses of minerals. Number 2, what is a rock? Number 3, describe the layers of the earth. Critical thinking, how is the mantle different from the crust? And then finally, which of these minerals is the hardest? So if you want to get ahead and know those answers for tomorrow to look extra smart during our lesson, that would be awesome. And otherwise, now you can either continue on to 15, 16, 17, and 18 to read on your own, or you can jump back up to page 4 and page 6 to do your writing.